that you drove in Sacramento? I did, and
Hello and good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to this week's ECAC Overwatch Week 7 Post-University Eagles versus the Buena Vista University Beavers. Welcome in, everyone. I am your Shoutcaster, DeadlyDrew. Hope everyone's having a fantastic Thursday evening here and are ready to watch a fantastic match of Overwatch 2. We have a great collegiate match tonight where the Post-University Eagles are one win away from entering the ECAC playoffs, but they need to get a win tonight against the Badgers. So we're going to go into our usual tonight, which is our lineups, and then we are going to go into a little bit of a background here real quick. So just to give you guys a little bit of an idea of the current standings right now, the BVU, which is Buena Vista University, the Badgers, are currently qualified at seed number 5. Post University is at seed number 11 with a 4-2 record. The Badgers are 5-2. So Post University needs a win tonight to advance to the playoffs. Lose and their ECAC season is over, unfortunately. So the Eagles have to soar and fly high tonight in order to get this dub, hopefully with some well-executed gameplay, and we will see if they are able to secure the win tonight to gain them access into this ECAC playoffs bracket. But it's going to be hard. The Badgers are 5-1, and we are about to get invited into the in-game lobby here, folks. So we will be back very shortly here. Going to start with our starting lineups here momentarily. Just going to let everyone get into lobby, and then once the starting lineups are in in order, then I will be back here and we'll give you the starting lineups, the map pick, and the character bans, and then we'll get into this best of 5 ECAC Week 7 matchup here, the Overwatch 2 collegiate match between the Post-University Eagles and Buena Vista University Badgers here. And it is looking like the Eagles need a big dub tonight in order to secure their playoff spot in the ECAC. So we'll be right back here with your map pick, character bans, and roster. Be right back. Stay tuned. right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back. I'm your Shoutcaster, DeadlyDrew here. Welcome back to this start of the ECAC Week 7 Post University versus Buena Vista University here. Overwatch 2 collegiate action coming up here. We are in lobby, folks, and I'm about to give you guys the rundown of the rosters tonight. So we are going to stop the music here real quick, and we are going to get right into it. So in the starting positions here for the Post University Eagles, we have player number 1, Vero. Player number 2, Multikel. Player number 3, Speedy Rogue. Player number 4, Mooch Paws. And player number 5, KingJackson. And starting for the Buena Vista University Badgers, I imagine that's what their logo looks like, a badger. It might be the Bears. I'm not sure on that. Someone will have to see if I get any responses in chat here to that one. So for Buena Vista University, the starting 5 players are player number 1, Prologue GM. Player number 2, Backslap. Player number 3, DeRaptor. Player number 4, Serial Uwu. Player number 5, Guest 7. Interesting names, but they do have the record to back it up. So we'll see what happens here between the Post University Eagles and Buena Vista University. ECAC Week 7 Overwatch 2 collegiate matchup coming up. Best of 5 here. Map number 1. Map picks are also coming up here, as well as character bans. Just stay tuned, and I am just in the chat here talking to the players and seeing what the map picks are. Not sure yet. No answers in chat, so we'll throw it to a BRB real quick, and then we'll be right back with your map pick and character bans. Be right back. Stay with us. Match number 1 coming up of this best of 5 ECAC Week 7. Post University's got to win it if they want to get into the playoffs. Let's see what happens. Stay tuned. Alright, welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. We do have your official character bans waiting on the map pick here, so we'll give you that for now. Post University is going to ban the Genji here for map 1, and Buena Vista University is going to ban the Hammond ball. Hammond the hamster. So, no Hammond on first map and no Genji. And we are now just awaiting the map pick and the start of match number 1. So when the match officially starts, you'll know what the map is, and we will be back. Stay with us, and this match is just about to start. Get ready, take your bathroom breaks, grab your snacks. It's going to be a good one. We'll be right back. Well, I can guess whose map pick this is. Ladies and gentlemen, here we are, ECAC week number 7, post-university in a do-or-die effort tonight to get into these ECAC playoffs. Overwatch 2 collegiate action. I'm your Shoutcaster, DeadlyDrew here, and here we go. It says we are waiting for players, and we are in the lobby here. Seems like the game has not started yet. I thought that we were waiting for character picks, but it seems like we are missing one player from Post University, Moridin here. So everyone's just having a little dance party, interacting. Why not? Good luck, have funs in the chat. This is what Overwatch and competitive collegiate gaming is all about, being able to compete for 1 second and then just relate to other players and have a good time. Overwatch always does a good job of implementing both. Alright, here we go. Back into it. Let's see what Post University brings out here first. As this will be interesting to see. Post University is so dominant on Samoa. This has been definitely their strongest map of the season in the NECC and ECAC. It'll be interesting to see if we just see Multikel again on the Ramatra. And Moridin on the May, as usual. Vero usually on the Kiriko. Chewy on... Let's see here. Okay, now it pops up for some reason. It was lagging for a second there. We have Moridin on the Reaper and Chewy on the Freya. Ramatra. Multikel on the Ramatra. Vero on the Kiriko. KingJackson on the Lucio. And then over for Buena Vista University, we have the Raptor on Mauga. Way on... Let's see here. For some reason, excuse me, it was lagging for a second. We have Guest 7 on Reaper. Backslap on Kiriko. Lucio. Prologue on Lucio. And here we go. Match number 1. Best of 5. ECAC. Chewy already establishing the first pick there very early. Multikel taking a lot of damage against Mauga. Both two very aggressive tanks here. Post University trying to stake their claim early on the point. Multikel finds the kill onto the Mauga player of Buena Vista University. Players battling left and right here. Finding another pick as Moridin assisting on Multikel kill there. And Post University up 3 picks already, and this will be Post University's point and first cap of the match.
Next track.
On board here with Prologue on the Lucio for Buena Vista University. Right now looks like Buena Vista is just trying to regroup and figure out what they need to do here to get into this point without taking a ton of poke damage from Post University's Chewy and or flanking player Moridin on the Reaper. Looks like they will elect to go to the left side of the map, try to go for the high ground, greeting each other, saying hello before this engagement. Post University extremely good at holding this choke point. So Buena Vista is going to have to speed through with the Lucio, and they do just that. As on point now, both tanks battling. Prologue finding one on the Lucio. Multikel finding the pick on his opposing tank player, the Raptor. Backslap on the Kiriko, finding one onto Multikel, assisting his tank player there and finishing off that kill on the refrag. Post University now 60%, and out comes the first Lucio ult from KingJackson here, giving his team a barrier, excuse me. New Vanguard now coming out from Chewy, finding one but picked off from the Sojourn of Weibua Hippo. Buena Vista University, excuse me, is finding the cap now. They will find their first 5% and more here on Samoa, map 1, ECAC, Overwatch, collegiate action. Week number 7, Post University is do or die tonight. Last game of the regular season, and they need to win it in order to get into the playoffs. Buena Vista University has already secured their spot in the playoffs, so they would love to play spoiler here to Post University. Let's see what happens. Post University up 77%. One more team fight may do it here for Post on this first point. on map number 1. Multikel in the backline, acting as a third DPS player, finding one, but here comes the Malgal. Everyone is trapped. Reaper ult coming out from Buena Vista University here, and Post University now falling and having to back up. Nice triple kill there from Guest T7. Guest 7, excuse me.
Let's go.
Finishing up his Reaper ult there with a quick few shotgun snaps. And finding 3 picks there, and Buena Vista University now gaining momentum, 61% to 77%. This may come down to a one-team fight point here. Yuriko ult coming out there for Buena Vista University. And finding one is Guest on the backline on Chewy. Guest 7 right now for Buena Vista University is vying to go for these flank routes where Moridin is just staying with his team, and unfortunately it is paying off for the Reaper player for Buena Vista University as he is just finding pick after pick here. As 95% for Buena Vista University here. Someone has to touch for post, and I don't think they're going to be able to do it, and unfortunately no for the Eagles. A nice comeback from Buena Vista there. 77% to 0, swapping it all the way back to, bringing it all the way back, excuse me, to 100% to 77%. So nice job there to Buena Vista. It does not look like they are going to change the composition here, and neither is Post. Both teams believing that they have the right cards in the deck here to win this first match. Buena Vista University up 1-0. So now here on point number 2, match number 1. Let's see what Post University can do here. They have been also extremely strong on this second point here on Samoa. The big standout to me there was the Reaper play. Guest 7 was definitely flanking a lot more, hitting the back line, doing a lot more poke damage out of nowhere, whereas Chewy was staying grouped up with his team more, making himself an easier target on the Reaper. As there we go, Guest 7 finding more picks there on the Reaper player. Multikel finding one. Post University down 3 bodies right now. Buena Vista University is going to clean up and take this first cap here. Second point on Samoa. Post University will regroup and try it again here. They've got plenty of time to do it, but that percentage time does tick quickly. So trying to find the best route into point without taking the most poke damage would be preferable for Post University here.
How's that out there?
Malgus charging in for Buena Vista. And finding 3, 4 is Buena Vista University there. Post University going in right away and getting trapped by the Malga rush. And also the Sojourn just staying up top on the top side. Just staying up there, staying active. Raining shots down on Post University as they try to make their way back into point. Sojourn almost in hand here. Good ult economy coming up for Buena Vista University. Post has yet to find their ults here. And Buena Vista University making it a snowball right now. 70% on the percentage clock here. 25% only needed to get the dub here. Post University going to have to find a way to come back here, as Buena Vista has had this point on lockdown. And percent left. Can Post University touch? In goes KingJackson. Kitsune coming out from Buena Vista here. If you've got an ult, now's the time to hit it. And Buena Vista is doing just that, as Post University has to touch point in overtime to try to get the stall. But unfortunately, it is just too much damage, too close. in too close a space there for Post University. And Buena Vista University will take the first dub here in this best of 5 ECAC Week 7, up 1-0. Play of the game brought to you by Guest 7 as Reaper here. Finding some huge picks for his team on the DPS role. Not a huge die there, but it was the cleanup after. Just finding those quick snapshots. And we are going to change the score here real quick. Do a quick little analysis before we get into our second map. Hope everyone is doing okay. Hope everyone is enjoying the match so far. Post University falling short on their best map, Samoa. Not a good start for the Eagles, but we'll see if they can bring it back. All right, a very interesting first game. The Eagles had some domination on that first map there on Samoa, but Buena Vista University just running it back and then continuing the snowball there. And the big thing that stood out to me there was the Reaper play. It definitely seemed like Buena Vista University's Reaper play was stronger there, and the Reaper player for Buena Vista University, Guest 7, was just able to simply find more picks in the match there. And when it comes down to DPS versus DPS, you need your DPS to find their picks. It's as simple as that. So let's see if Post University can make a few swaps here. Maybe a different character pick on DPS here. Maybe a Soldier 76 to just range the Reaper and see if they can get some picks that way. But we'll see what Post University does here going in to map number 2, down 1-0 against Buena Vista University. We'll be right back with map number 2 here. I'm your Shoutcaster, DeadlyDrew, and a big thank you to Post University for allowing me to shoutcast these games. Oops, excuse me, hit my mic there. We will be right back here after a quick BRB, and then I will have your map pick and your character bans. So be right back. And stay tuned for map number 2, ECAC Week 7. Eagles, it's do or die. They have to win this match in order to gain access to the ECAC playoffs. So, map number 2 coming up. Stay tuned. All right, we are back. Welcome back, folks. And we have our official map pick. It's going to be King's Row from Post University. And Post University is also going to ban the Kiriko. And we have BVU, which is Buena Vista University, banning the May. Interesting ban. May is extremely strong on King's Row, so that is a smart ban in my opinion. And we have an announcement here from Post University. We are swapping Chewy to tank and Multikel to DPS. And that is going to do it. We are ready to go in-game here. Just going to tab over, make sure we are ready. Yes, we are. Here we go. Map number 2, King's Row, Post University, down 1-0 in this ECAC Week 7 matchup here. Best of 5 to Buena Vista University. And they need one right now.
Now entering King's Row.
More than ever, if they're going to keep their season hopes alive. Don't want to fall down 2-0 early here. So Post University trying to make things happen. Find a way to get this cap, first cap, and then move the payload past these choke points of King's Row. King's Row is known for its choke points, heavy choke points. So it'll be up to Post University here on the attack first on King's Row. All right, hope everyone's having a good night out there. And we are about to see what everyone's cooking here. All right, here we go. Let's start out with Buena Vista University. We've got Prologue on the Anna, Backslap on the Baptiste, and we have Guest again on the Reaper. And over to Post University has their full lineup here. KingJackson on the Anna, Vero also on the Baptiste. So mirroring healers here, mirror of the healers.
Settling in. Anything you
Multikel on the Sojourn, Moridin on the Bastion, and Chewy now on the Sigma. Nice Beekeeper Sigma skin there.
Sounds good.
And it looks like we almost have a full mirror match here, minus the one DPS player on each side. Moridin on the Bastion, Guest on the Reaper. Other than that, it is a full mirror, folks. Let's see who comes out the strongest here. Map number 2 here. Match number 2. In this best of 5. BVU is up 1-0. Post University starting out with a strong aggressive push here. As Chewy trying to lead the way in for his team on the Sigma. Good heals by Post University on this first checkpoint here. Doing a good job to stabilize. Vero doing a great job also on the Baptiste. Doing a little bit of DPS where she can. Post University looking for picks here. But also being very timid on the push-in. Trying to take some aggressive angles here is Buena Vista University and trying to find a pick. And the first pick goes to the Sojourn of Buena Vista University, finding the pick onto Multikel. Post University down 1 player. Still trying to stabilize here on this first checkpoint gate. Buena Vista doing a good job at repositioning and attacking from different angles here. Always constantly putting pressure on the backline of Post University. Taking down the Baptiste Immortal there. Ooh, Multikel there finds the shot. Baptiste ult comes out. Vero finds one. Multikel finding one as well. And now Buena Vista University on the retreat here. As Post University will find point. And this should be a full cap. Unless Buena Vista has plans to recontest, it would have to be right now. And no, they will give first point, so a pretty good clean take for Post University here. 2 minutes left to spare in the bank. Now they are in control of the payload and have to push all the way to the end here on King's Row. Baptiste barrier comes out, but good job to Chewy there. Tank player for Post University ranging that. Staying out of harm's way as Post University now comes to their second choke point here. trying to get past the defenses of Buena Vista. We have a Sigma battle here going on, back and forth, big poke battle. Alt in hand for Chewy here. Nice, gets the lift. Can he find one or two? No, the Immortal from the Baptiste takes it away there. Was a nice ult, but a even better timing there from the Baptiste player. Backslap. Ana ult coming out from Buena Vista University on to the Raptor, Sigma player. And he'll find two. The Raptor finding two right now. Finding one more, and 3 and 4, and that's going to be a full team kill there. As Post University going to have to regroup here. Not able to find a way past that second choke point just yet. As I mentioned before, Buena Vista doing a good job of just finding the poke angles to consistently put pressure on Post University's backline. Incoming Baptiste ult, but it is interrupted by Guest 7. Finding 2 picks back though. Refrags is Post University, Chewy and Moridin. And it's picks going back and forth. Moridin finding one with his ult. Moridin finding 2 big picks from Moridin here. As this will help Post University stabilize through this checkpoint. With 2 minutes, 20 seconds on the clock here to get to the second capture. Post University doing extremely well. And now we see a Wu Zhang swap here. Wu Yang swap. I always think it's Wu Zhang. But it's actually Wu Yang. Ult coming in here for the Buena Vista University Sigma player, not finding anything, but does manage to weaken Post University enough to find a repick there, refrag. Backslap finding one on the Wu Yang there as well. Effective swap already for Buena Vista University, as they're able to almost fully gain control of the checkpoint here. Post University is going to have to give ground here.
The barrier cannot defeat.
And that's about all that's happening right now, is just some ranging, a little bit of poke damage as both teams try to find their feet again to re-engage in this team fight. Post University trying to answer Buena Vista University's positioning plays here, positional plays. Nice pick by Multikel there. In comes the ult from Chewy. Finds the ult. Oh, and he didn't get it. It looked like the Sojourn was in there, but cleaning it up as Multikel regardless. Post University fully committing here as Ana ult coming out from Buena Vista University onto the Sigma player, who was anti-healed, so it had to be used on him to keep him alive. But regardless, Multikel finding picks one after the other here. But is it enough to stabilize this team fight and continue the push? It seems like Post University is going to have to regroup one last time and have one more team fight in their time bank here. That's a big pick by Multikel though. Both teams down one healer. Multikel finding another pick onto the Reaper. Multikel is on fire right now. We're going to stay on with Multikel here. Ult coming in. Sigma ult coming in from Buena Vista University. Finding 2 is Raptor from Buena Vista University. As Multikel is a little split from point, trying to stay alive to get a regroup, but I don't think it's going to be possible. Because Chewy is doing an excellent job spawning, or excuse me, keeping overtime right now, spinning on the point as Hammond, but that's just unfortunately not going to do it, as his health does fall, and Post University gets the first point cap and about 75% there of the second, and that will do it. So Post University going to have an extremely strong defense here on King's Row to get the W and tie this match up. Match number 2 of this best of 5 week 7 ECAC, last regular season match here. Post University needs one more win to qualify for the playoffs. But Buena Vista University is not making it easy for them right now. And we will see what Post University brings out here for this defensive round. KingJackson on the Arena, Vero on the Baptiste, Multikel on the Cassidy, Moridin on the Symmetra, Chewy on the Sigma. And it looks like Buena Vista University has an entirely new composition as well for this push. Just keeping the Ana, we see the Moira, and the Reaper. It looks like it's going to be a little bit more of an aggressive push from Buena Vista. With the Mauga especially, no shield on King's Row is scary. But after that defensive half, I'm sure that BVU is confident right now in their play. They had a really strong defensive half, and now Post University has to have a better one if they are going to tie this game. So here we go. BVU moving in quick here. And a nice Symmetra teleport to give them high ground early. A lot of poke damage going to come in, but Prologue for Buena Vista University and a player did not take the teleporter and is split from her team. Does Post University notice it in time? Unfortunately not, as Guest 7 is already in Post University's backline, finding 2 picks. Finding 3 now as Guest 7 onto the Reaper, and down goes Chewy there for the team kill. As Buena Vista University is going to get this full first cap. And this could spell out danger here for Post University, as they were in this exact same position on Samoa.
Objective lost.
As far as taking control early, but then getting snowballed towards the later part of the game. Let's see how strong their defensive hold can be here, and a nice rock from Chewy there on the Sigma. Finding 1 pick. Now BVU's going to have to reposition here. Good to see some folks in chat here on this Thursday evening. Little Overwatch 2 collegiate action. As Post University is doing a good job of holding this choke point, but out comes the Moira all, and a great rock from Chewy as he interrupted backslaps all on the Moira. But will it be enough, as this is still a great push from Buena Vista University? It looks like they are going to clean up Post on that push there. Another full team, no, not a full team kill there. But they are still in control of the payload with a ton of time in the bank. Post University needing to regroup here, and needing to regroup now, as that cart is getting close to the completion point for Buena Vista University here. Another big positional play here from Buena Vista's Mauga player, and a nice play there from Chewy, finding both healers as Chewy. Amazing picks by the Sigma player Chewy for Post University here, as this should be the first fight win here for Post, and the first defensive fight win here for Post University on King's Row. Now all they got to do is hold it for 3 minutes and 45 seconds here, and this dub on King's Row will be theirs. But it is a mighty task, and Post University is going to have to do an extremely good job of managing ults and positional play here.
The barrier appears.
As here we go, another team fight unfolds. Buena Vista University not afraid to get aggressive and take split position to do extra poke damage from the side angles. Both team Symmetra players finding a pick, but Post University still has their tank, at least for now. In the back line is the Reaper player, Guest 7. Nice Ana nano boost there onto Chewy for Post University, and Guest 7 still finding picks on the back line as Reaper. And that is going to do it. No one left on the point for Post University, and Buena Vista University finding their second win here on Post University's map pick King's Row. Buena Vista up 2-0 in this ECAC Week 7 Collegiate Overwatch 2 matchup. Post University now has a big hill to climb. if they are going to make it into the ECAC playoffs here. Let's see if they can do it. I love a good comeback story. And we are just going to change up the score and then get into a little bit of after-match analysis here. So give me 1 second, folks. All right, and we are back. Your Shoutcaster here, DeadlyDrew, back with a little after-match analysis here. Post University did a great job of getting through the checkpoints, but where they got slowed up was definitely the positional play of Buena Vista University, taking those side angles and consistently poking from the sides, taking the high ground, pushing in quickly, making the most out of their time, being aggressive, as well as using that Symmetra teleporter to bypass the first checkpoint was absolutely massive for Buena Vista University there. And I think it caught Post University a little bit off guard as far as that first point went, and then the snowball continued. Post University had a little bit of stand up there at the end, but just not enough. Some big plays by Post University's tank player, Chewy, there, stepping in, usually a DPS player, stepping into the Sigma role there and absolutely lighting it up. But unfortunately for Post, they could not hold for that last 3 minutes and 45 seconds, and Buena Vista University now is 1 win away from a clean 3-0 sweep. But can the Eagles still have time in their pockets, or the Eagles still have time in their pockets, excuse me. They still have enough do they have enough in their tank to make this comeback? Enough fuel in the engine? Can they make this comeback? I think they can, but we will have to see how it unfolds here. We're going to take a quick BRB, and then we'll be right back with Post University's map pick and ban, and then as well as map pick and character ban, and then as well as, I need to slow down a little bit sometimes, and then Buena Vista University's character ban as well. Hope everyone's having a great night out there, having fun with it, always. So, all right, gang, we'll be right back. Sit tight. And we will be back with match number 3 of this best of 5 ECAC Week 7 matchup. Post University out on the ropes here. Can they bring it back? And it'll have to be 3 rounds in a row. I think they can do it, but we'll see. Be right back.
I saw something.
And here we are, ladies and gentlemen, match number 3 here of this best of 5 ECAC Week 7. Last week of the regular season here in the ECAC. Overwatch 2 collegiate action here. The post-university Eagles are down 0-2 here. On the verge of being swept and also on the verge of having their playoff dreams crushed here by Vista University, but all hope is not lost. Post University is still in this match and has time here to bring it on back, reel this match back in to their favor, but they're going to have to do it here on Atlas. And the map pick is Post University's, by the way, and also the bans are for Buena Vista University is banning the Freya, and Post University is banning the Mauga. Just double checking on that real quick. So let's see what both teams are bringing to the table here as far as composition wise. And Buena Vista University going with an interesting comp here. A little bit of dive and a little bit of just holding down fort with the Orisa here. Dive as the Genji and the Venture as far as and also the Wu Yang and Kiriko. Very fast moving composition here. Very aggressive composition from Buena Vista University. Post University, KingJackson on the Lucio. And we have Vero on the Kiriko per usual. Multikel on the Soldier 76. And Moridin on the Reaper as far as, and as well as Chewy on the Roadhog here. Look at this. And a nice skin at that. Let's stay tuned here to Chewy. Stay on board here with Chewy, excuse me. As Post University here is going to look to get this first point early here. But Backslap finding the first pick onto Moridin. Down goes the Reaper player for Post University. Down 4 players to 5 here. Post University taking a lot of poke damage early. Trying to get back quick as possible to this team fight is Moridin. But not before Backslap finds 2 on the Wu Yang. And Prologue finding another. And another kill from Backslap on the Wu Yang. Healers out fragging the DPS here for Buena Vista University, and they have control of this first point and already up 31%. Post University now trying to regroup here. It's the thing of pushing these points and trying to find the way in and stay grouped as a team while also avoiding poke damage and not trying to be seen as well. So a lot of things you have to do to try to keep the defending team on point. But Post University doing just that as Multikel finds one, answered back though by Weebu Hippo there. Backslap with another big pick on the Wu Yang. Moridin finding one now on the Reaper for Post University. Post University already down 88%, 10% left. Post University needs to find this cap now. Oh, and a big ult there from the Wu Yang. Big shield onto the Venture player, and the initiation comes out just in time from Guest Evan, finding a big pick onto Moridin there. Multikel, though, finding the refrag onto Buena Vista University's healer. As Post University has control now and just needs to hold it down and regroup, restabilize here. They are doing just that. Multikel finds another pick onto the Venture here. That'll set Buena Vista University back. Post doing a nice job of just staying grouped together here. But Chewy is in trouble. Nice heals there from Vero on the Kiriko. She's doing everything she can to keep her team's hopes alive here for playoff chances. And a big ult from Chewy there. Chewy finding 2. Multikel finding 1 on the tactical visor there. And Post University, just like that, 80%. Ticking very quickly here. I'm not even sure if Buena Vista will be able to touch. Genji player's gonna have to do it here. Buena Vista is still regrouping. But they will get the touch. Post University still has one more team fight in hand here. Got 7 finding 1 on the Venture. Dragon Blade coming out for the Genji player of Buena Vista University here. It's pure chaos on point. Vero doing everything she can to keep her team alive on the Kiriko, dodging left and right. Good teleport. But unfortunately not enough. At 99-99, Buena Vista University is going to find the cap there. Very close from Post University, but not enough. They are going to have to find that extra 1% here on this next point. On Atlas here, Post University
My gift to you.
needing to find some captures to keep their season alive here in the ECAC. In this last regular match of the season, week number 7. Speaking of 7, Guest 7 finding a pick there on the venture. Finding 2 is Guest 7. Cleaning up another one is Weeaboo Hippo there on the Genji. 4 picks now. Guest 7 just cleaning up picks on the venture left and right now. As Buena Vista University will find the second point cap first. We'll stay on here with Guest 7.
All better.
Going in on the venture. Backing up and trying to bait Post University into this choke point. Unfortunately for Post University, they have to push. As time is ticking off the clock, and a huge ult by DeRaptor on the Orisa, getting everyone low for Post University. Chewy on the Zarya now, full beam up, and finding one is Chewy. Managing to stay alive is Chewy with about 25% health left, plus overshields. And Guest 7 and Weeaboo Hippo doing a great job of coordinating their dives together on this Venture Genji combo. 80% has already gone by. Post University needs to find the point and needs to find it now. Vero doing everything she can, all in pocket for Vero. Does she use it here to try to get this point, give her team a little bit of boost? And no, it's just not worth it. Unfortunately, Post University is not grouped up enough. And now, Post University is 1 point away from being eliminated here from the regular season, and well, their hopes of a playoff appearance. But it is not over yet. They can still do it. Buena Vista University only needs one more capture point here on Atlas to finish this match, this best of 5, and making it a clean 3-0 sweep. But here comes the Kiriko ult. Will Post University be able to answer? And yes, Multikel does on the Sojourn, finding 2, cleaning up another kill is Chewy on the Zarya. Here comes the Eagles. It's time to soar, now or never. And Post University doing a great job of just staying together right now and cleaning up the frags on this point. Getting those kills and establishing this 3rd point capture here first. Up 25% here. Post University needs to defend this point to keep their playoff hopes alive. Can they do it? On board here with Multikel. Post University has great ult economy right now for this defense. A lot of ults in pocket. Kitsune coming out from Buena Vista University. Incoming Orisa ult as well. Excavation initiation, finding 2 from the venture player of Buena Vista University here. Post University has to back off, but 78% and 80% now on the clock. Post University will have to regroup and win one more team fight to claim this 3rd point here. This 3rd capture point, should I say, and their 1st point of this map. Down but not out are these Eagles right now. Can they make a comeback? 1 point at a time, 1 map at a time, 1 team fight at a time. Wu Yang ult coming in there. Wu Yang ult coming in for Buena Vista University, but it is not enough as Moridin going insane on the Reaper. Finding 2 picks, big picks, may I add, to turn this point into Post University's favor, and that should be capped with only 10% left here I don't think that Buena Vista is going to be able to capture, and no, they won't. So Post University now grabs their first point of this map 3. And let's see if they can still keep it going, keep it cooking here. They're gonna need to keep a big streak going now. All they need to do, though, is take it one team fight at a time first. One pick at a time. And out comes the Zarya ult, a solo ult, but to stay alive as Chewy is a smart play there. Sometimes, if you have the pick, hit Q and take it. And KingJackson finding a nice headshot there onto the Orisa player for Buena Vista University. Weeaboo Hippo finding 2 on the Genshi as well for BVU. With the Kiriko all up for Post University, but unfortunately it's not enough to get that first cap, as the Kiriko player and Venture player for BVU there find picks and clean up that point. So Post University going to have to regroup here. Like I said, take it one team fight at a time. Try not to overthink it. Would be my best advice to them right at this second. They do have healer ult in pocket to lead this push. Will they play aggressive with it? In the back line is Weeaboo Hippo on the Genji for Buena Vista University. Kitsune coming out for Post University here. Here comes the push. The Eagles have to push and get some damage in. Wujang ult coming out there for Buena Vista University. KingJackson finding one pick. Healers doing the DPS's job right now, finding picks back and forth. And Post University able to sneak that capture away from Buena Vista there as they stepped off the point for a second. And now Post has to defend. Vero finding a big pick on Kiriko on those kunai knives. Accuracy counts, and doing a lot of extra damage while healing there is big for Post University. So here comes the Dragon Blade from Weeaboo Hippo, finding 1 onto Multikel. Can he find 2? Great Zarya bubble by Chewy for KingJackson to save their healer. But unfortunately, Post University is still falling. Somehow the damage is just not there. And this is going to be it for the Eagles. Their season comes down to one team fight here on Atlas, folks. Can they do it and keep their season alive and playoff hopes alive? 5%. They have to touch point. Can they do it? Unfortunately, no. And the Eagles will fall 1 win short of the ECAC playoffs this season. Unfortunate. GG's in chat. And that will do it, folks. Buena Vista University makes it a clean sweep here in ECAC Week 7, last regular match of the season, and denies Post University a spot into the ECAC playoffs. And GG's all around. Unfortunately, it just wasn't the Eagles' night tonight, as Buena Vista University came in and had some strong positional play, and as well as some strong DPS play as well. Noticing 2 big standouts of that game was the positioning, or of this best of 5 series. Buena Vista University had great positioning, and as well, their DPS players just knew when to get aggressive and also knew when to stay back and play with the team in the team fights and in those team engagements, especially on those capture points and close fights on payload. So congrats to Buena Vista University on another victory. Good luck in the playoffs to you guys. And for the Eagles, there is still hope. The Eagles are still in the NECC playoffs, and their first match of it in the quarterfinals is coming up tomorrow night. 8 p.m. start time, so make sure to stay tuned here on Post U Esports. And that's going to do it for us tonight, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you so much for tuning in. Post University not able to secure their playoff spot in the ECAC, but they still have hope in the NECC for their big playoff match tomorrow night. So keep it here, keep it tuned in, 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time tomorrow night. And the Post University Eagles will attempt to move up from the quarterfinals in the NECC playoffs tomorrow. Thank you everyone for watching. I have been your Shoutcaster, DeadlyDrew Gaming, and big shout out to Post University for allowing me to do these shoutcasts. I greatly appreciate it, and I greatly appreciate being able to interact and cast these esport games with all of you guys. So thank you so much. And until next time, which should be tomorrow, Post University in the playoffs, in the NECC playoffs, so we will see them there. Until then, thank you everyone. Have a good night and enjoy yourselves.